So I have an exciting thing to tell you about right now. The chocolate chip cookie. We are going to learn the best recipe right now because you know what? It may seem like a simple cookie to make, but we all know that recipes with even a few ingredients can turn upside down if you don't have some skill to back it up. Corrie Strandjord from Good Luck Bread is back with us now to share her secrets to making the perfect chocolate chip cookie. And I have to say, I am a believer because I have tried and it failed. I've made pies, I've made this, I've made that. I've never been able to make a chocolate chip cookie that was yummy and wasn't like hard as a rock and flat as a pancake.
Okay, those are the issues. So I think I know what we need to learn today.
Learn us some knowledge.
Yeah, so today we'll be making chocolate chip cookies with a little twist, a little springtime twist. We've got some toasted coconut and toasted walnuts to add to the mix today.
All right.
Yeah, but I own Good Luck Bread, and
and you usually make pizza.
Yeah, we make a lot of
pizza.
Right, yeah, we make a lot of sourdough frozen pizzas down there, but we also make really good cookies. We sell baked from frozen cookie dough.
Which I didn't even know you did. And they're these cute little cookies.
They're these cute little cookie pucks that you bake off at home.
How fun
But I
are
want to show you
those?
today how we do it. So I'm actually going to share my recipe for chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
And those tips to make them really good at home.
Let's get started.
Okay, so the first trick is to cream butter and sugar. Most cookie recipes are going to ask you to combine butter and sugar and cream them. And this step is actually really important. So I'm going to actually ask you to do something a little extra. Would you take the temperature, this is a thermometer, of this butter?
Of the butter?
Yeah, the butter.
Okay. All right, doctor, let me take the temperature. I'm going to get it right there in the middle.
Get it in there.
Give me a little butter.
All right, what do you got?
Got about 66 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's perfect.
Is that okay? All right,
That's perfect.
acceptable.
Okay, so we're going to just throw it in here.
So why are we taking butter temperature today?
Well,
you want it to be room temperature, so that's what you're saying?
yeah, so have you ever seen on a recipe before they'll say, make sure your butter and eggs are room temperature?
Yes.
That's really important.
So that's important. Don't just
but also the room temperature can sometimes be a little bit, let me just turn this on.
Okay.
Blocking. Let this go so this is just going to combine.
So
the temperature of the butter is super important because we're not just combining butter and sugar, we're actually aerating the butter. We're incorporating air into the butter.
Oh.
And so that's going to affect your cookie texture. So that flat pancake you were talking about, we want a little bit of puff to it. So in addition to those chemical leaveners like baking powder and baking soda, the air we're working into the butter
is going
to affect the texture.
So you're saying perhaps melting my butter was the wrong choice.
Some cookie recipes call for melted butter, and it's just a different texture.
This one said make sure that's room temperature, and I.
So, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, I mean, melted butter works for certain cookies.
How long does it take to aerate the butter with the sugar?
So it actually in real time takes like 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay,
But this is TV, so we have some movie magic. So I want to show you the comparison.
I'll hold this one. See, this is what it's supposed to look like in my hands.
So this is just combined, and you see how it's kind of like almost like sand.
Let me turn it.
Oh, so thanks.
We got you.
All right.
It's like sand.
Sandy. This is like
like
darker in color. This is lighter in color. It's kind of it's
oh my God. Butter and sugar
physically
is good.
lighter. It's more voluminous.
But like this is okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's
once
what you're
you've got
looking
the
for.
perfect mixture.
All right. Then we're gonna work in our eggs. If you could crack the eggs into there.
I can crack some eggs for you.
2 eggs in this recipe.
Sorry.
No worries.
I got a little aggressive with that egg.
That's all right. I like to do it right on the counter. I find it just like you're doing.
Yeah. Because I used to do it on the edge of a bowl, and then a chef told me, no, you do it on the counter.
You need it, and then pour in this vanilla. We've got a full tablespoon of vanilla extract in this recipe.
Look at her cool mise en place, her little bowls.
Love those prep bowls.
They're like silicone. Okay, now what else?
Okay, so now we're gonna actually mix this together. So this is our.
So we've mixed the flour and the sugar.
We mixed the butter and the sugar.
Butter and the sugar.
We've creamed it properly.
Now we got the eggs and vanilla.
Yep, and we're just looking for a nice glossy kind of emulsion. This is a good time to scrape the sides of the bowl.
Okay.
So if you could get that spatula in there.
Yeah, I got you.
Sometimes the butter and sugar likes to hang out, especially at the bottom of the bowl, in that little like nipple.
In that little.
On the
bottom.
bottom.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. What you trying to do down there? I see you.
Get in there.
I don't you try to hide from me.
So the eggs are important to be room temperature also, just so that they incorporate evenly and quickly.
Got it. All right.
It's a little less like technical, but yeah. All right, that looks good.
All right,
now
so
we're gonna
now
do
we
the
have the
dry
flour?
mix. Yeah. So in
This
this
is the dry
bowl,
mix, you said.
yeah,
Okay.
it has both whole wheat flour and all-purpose flour. Also, it has salt, baking powder, and baking soda.
Both of them. All
Yeah.
the bakings.
Yeah, exactly. And my next trick for home bakers, this is already measured, but I brought my kitchen scale just to show you.
Okay, you are legit serious
I
now.
know, you need tools if you want to be
Okay,
serious.
I'm here for it. This is.
But I do find that the kitchen scale, it's a really worthwhile investment for a home baker.
Okay.
Because you're going to be a lot more accurate.
All right.
So my
what
recipe.
Wait, are you weighing?
Yeah. Well, we're not weighing anything. It's just a prop because this is like.
Oh, okay.
I want you to see it.
But what do I use that with?
What you'll use it with is you'll put your bowl on top.
Okay.
And then measure your flour into it, and then read it. So. The reason why is because volume measurements, like a cup, it varies widely, cup to cup. Your cup,
You're
my
right.
cup,
You're right. Okay.
It's different. And so my recipe, it is 3 cups, so you can do it that way today if you don't have a scale. But it's actually, for me, a cup is 140 grams. And that
Okay.
also varies from source to
Okay,
source.
what I love is I'm going to get this and I'm going to spend the entire time asking, Alexa,
Oh, yeah.
how many cups are in a pound? And she's going to be like, what? I don't have an answer to that.
She will. I ask her all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and so, okay, so we've got that in there.
Okay. And then,
Then we're just incorporating until it's just mixed together.
Okay.
We don't want this to knead. It isn't pizza dough. Pizza, we're developing gluten and strength.
Yeah.
In cookies, we want a more short crumb.
so in pizza dough, it is the messing around with the dough that makes it more gluten-y?
Yeah, it's like the kneading develops the chewiness of the
I see. So it kind of, there's a
crust.
chemical reaction the
So
more you...
that's why, like,
Okay.
if you ever make pie crust, people are like, don't overwork it.
Yeah.
That's because you don't want to
want it
develop
to be
gluten.
flaky.
You want it to be flaky. You
I
want it to
see.
snap. A cookie is a little bit similar. we
All
want
these
a
things are
tenderness.
being answered for me today.
All
Okay,
right,
let's
it's
set
time
up
for
in
our
there.
inclusions. So we've got,
Take
we
off
use
my
this
ring.
gorgeous
Oh, yes.
dark
Chocolate.
chocolate. This is 64% bittersweet. Here, let me
I'm
whip
sorry,
this
you want
up
to pull that up? Oh, no. You thought you were pulling that up. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
And then we've
oh,
got
yeah.
toasted walnuts and toasted coconut today.
Okay.
I love this combination in the springtime.
I like that.
And toasting is just, it's easy to do. You just spread across on a single layer.
Okay. Wow, it's getting thick now.
I know, but we got it. And this is just kind of incorporating. Anyway, toasting ingredients really develops the flavor.
Yeah.
So, all right, this
Okay.
is done. We've mixed it.
We've mixed it. It's done.
Okay,
All right,
and
now
then
show me how to make the puck.
The final tip is to make these pucks.
Okay.
So,
Because I never heard of this puck method before, but here we go.
yeah, these
All
are
right.
called drop cookies. Some people will just drop onto a pan. Oh, we will use our scale. Let's measure out 80 grams.
Oh dear. Oh dear. All right.
And some people do a ball shape. That works great
82.
too.
Oh,
Wow.
good. Look at that.
I do
Okay.
this. I do hundreds at a time at this
There
shop.
you go.
so-
Okay, and so now how do I make a puck?
Yeah, you're
Like
on
this?
your way. Let me grab one myself.
Okay.
Here's,
I'm just, you know, I
Alright.
only know this from looking at your pre.
yeah. And then you kind
Pre-made?
of, yeah, I actually just sort of work it like that.
Oh, okay.
And there you go.
Oh, so my puck is not.
A little
This
tall.
is what you don't want.
I
This
mean,
is what you do want.
It's funny as
Looks like a hockey puck.
as I've developed our different flavors, like I do make the pucks a different size based on like how I want them to look. So anyway, that'll help you get this circle shape.
Okay, perfect. Cheers, my
Cheers!
friend. Is it a perfect cookie?
It's
Yes,
chewy,
it is.
caramely.
I need milk. Got Aaron Burr. Anyone have any milk? Okay. Thank you so much. Oh my God. This is a great.